What's up, Steelers Nation? We're back with another update as our team keeps grinding to improve and bring home those Ws we all want to see. Week 13 is shaping up to be a huge game, and we've got some great news that could give us a much-needed boost against the Bengals. But before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all things Steelers. Your support helps us bring you the inside scoop, and it keeps our community growing stronger. After missing 2 games with a low ankle sprain, star edge rusher Alex Highsmith is gearing up for a return in Week 13. This is massive news for a Steelers defense that thrives on pressure, especially as we face another tough AFC North rival in the Cincinnati Bengals. Head coach Mike Tomlin shared during his press conference on Tuesday that Highsmith is progressing well and could suit up this Sunday. From a health standpoint, we've got Alex Highsmith leaning in on the return, Tomlin said. We'll let his participation and the quality of that participation be our guide in terms of whether he gets back in or to what degree he gets back in. Highsmith himself echoed the optimism, saying he's feeling much better and has been attacking his rehab with everything he's got. "I really have been attacking rehab every single day," Highsmith told Chris Adamski of the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review. "I've been here doing extra, doing as much as I can, just trying to get back." While his official status will be clearer after Wednesday's injury report, all signs point to Highsmith making his return to the field, and just in time. Let's break down why Highsmith's potential return is such a big deal. First, the Bengals may be without Joe Burrow, but their offense is still dangerous with playmakers like T. Higgins and Ja'Marr Chase. Getting consistent pressure on backup quarterback Jake Browning will be crucial, and Highsmith is a game-changer in that department. Highsmith has been a cornerstone of the Steelers' pass rush alongside T.J. Watt. His ability to collapse pockets, set the edge against the run, and even drop back in coverage when needed makes him one of the most versatile edge rushers in the league. Remember the strip sack against the Browns earlier this season? That kind of impact play is exactly what the Steelers need to turn close games into wins, especially in a tight divisional race. It's not just Highsmith who could be back this week. Linebackers Elandon Roberts and Patrick Queen returned to practice after dealing with injuries last week. Their availability will be critical in keeping the Bengals' rushing attack in check and providing stability in coverage. Additionally, wide receiver Van Jefferson, who's been nursing a quad injury, was back on the practice field. While the Steelers' offense has struggled to find rhythm in recent weeks, getting Jefferson back adds another weapon to the passing game, something the team desperately needs to spark some big plays. Now, Steelers Nation, let's talk about a wild card that could play a big role in this game: officiating. Unfortunately, the Week 13 matchup will be overseen by referee Sean Hochley's crew, which has developed a reputation for favoring home teams. Here's the bad news. Hochley's crew has seen home teams win 70% of their games this season, well above the league average of 51.4%. And the penalties? Expect a lot of them. Hochley's crew averages 13.6 penalties and 109 yards in flags per game, making them one of the strictest in the league. The most common calls: false starts and offensive holding, penalties that tend to pile up for road teams dealing with crowd noise and miscommunication. This could be a challenge for the Steelers' offense, which has already struggled with consistency. So, how can the Steelers overcome these challenges? First, discipline will be key. Keeping penalties to a minimum is essential, especially when facing a divisional rival in a hostile environment like Paycor Stadium. Second, the defense has to dominate. With Highsmith back, expect the Steelers to dial up the pressure. Hochley's crew has called 6 roughing the passer penalties this season, so it's crucial that the pass rush stays aggressive without crossing the line. On offense, this is a golden opportunity for Kenny Pickett to take a step forward. With Jefferson potentially returning and Najee Harris finding his groove in the running game, the Steelers need a balanced attack to keep the Bengals' defense guessing. This game is about more than just a win, it's about setting the tone for the rest of the season. The AFC North is a gauntlet, and every divisional matchup is a chance to gain ground or fall behind. A win here could be the spark that propels the Steelers into the playoffs. And let's not forget the long-term implications. Highsmith's return isn't just about this week, it's a chance to solidify the defense as one of the league's elite units. With players like Highsmith, Watt, and Minkah Fitzpatrick leading the charge, the Steelers have the pieces to make a deep run if they can stay healthy and play to their potential. Steelers Nation, let's talk about Justin Fields and the growing buzz around his role in the offense. While Russell Wilson has firmly established himself as the starting quarterback, the inclusion of a specialized Fields package in Week 12 against the Cleveland Browns has fans, and even Steelers legend Ben Roethlisberger, talking. So, what exactly is the Fields package? It's a creative wrinkle in the offense designed to take advantage of Fields' unique athleticism. While Wilson brings stability and precision to the passing game, Fields offers speed, mobility, and the ability to extend plays with his legs. Fields has already shown flashes of his potential, racking up 5 rushing touchdowns this season. His ability to operate as a dual-threat quarterback provides a different dynamic that defenses must account for, especially in short yardage and red zone situations. But here's the kicker. How should the Steelers use Fields effectively without disrupting the flow of the offense? That's where things get interesting. Steelers icon Ben Roethlisberger shared his thoughts on the Fields package during his podcast Footballin' with Ben Roethlisberger, and let's just say Big Ben has some ideas. To me, it needs to be used. It's not every time you have a 3rd and short, Roethlisberger said. There still needs to be a package. It's 5 to 7 plays. I thought Justin's big 30-yard run was kind of a game changer. It brought new life and gave us an opportunity. Roethlisberger praised Fields' explosive playmaking ability but also raised concerns about how and when the package is being utilized. For example, in Week 12, Fields came in on a 4th and 2 play early in the game, only to be rushed and turn the ball over on downs. Later, he overthrew George Pickens on a deep shot, a critical missed opportunity that had fans questioning the decision to put him in such high-pressure situations. You ask Justin to throw the ball late in the game when he hasn't thrown the ball in a while. That's tough. It has to be used sparingly, at the right time, situational football, Roethlisberger said. The takeaway here? The Fields package has potential, but it needs refinement. Big Ben even suggested focusing on red zone plays, an area where the Steelers have struggled mightily this season. Head coach Mike Tomlin addressed the Fields package during his weekly press conference, expressing confidence in Fields' ability to contribute when called upon. We're comfortable with Justin throwing the ball in those situations, Tomlin said. That said, Tomlin and offensive coordinator Arthur Smith must strike the right balance. Fields can't just be a gimmick. To maximize his impact, the package needs to be deliberate, versatile, and tailored to his strengths. Imagine Fields operating a read option in the red zone or breaking out a designed QB run to keep the defense guessing. These are the kinds of plays that can turn stalled drives into touchdowns and potentially turn the tide of a game. The timing couldn't be more crucial. The Steelers are heading into Week 13 against the Cincinnati Bengals, the 3rd AFC North matchup in as many weeks. These divisional games are pivotal, not just for bragging rights but for securing a playoff spot in one of the NFL's toughest divisions. The Bengals are a familiar foe, and while their defense isn't as formidable as Baltimore's or Cleveland's, they're still capable of causing problems. Adding a dynamic element like Fields to the game plan forces the Bengals to prepare for multiple offensive looks, potentially opening up opportunities for Wilson and the rest of the offense. Looking past the Bengals, the Steelers face one of the most challenging second-half schedules in the league. Matchups against the Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, and the remainder of the AFC North loom large. The Eagles and Chiefs rank in the top 5 in total defense, and the Ravens' defense has been lights out, despite the Steelers managing just 18 points against them earlier this season, all from Chris Boswell field goals. To compete with these elite defenses, the Steelers must find ways to finish drives with touchdowns, not field goals. The Fields package could be a key piece of that puzzle, especially in high-leverage situations where a mobile quarterback can keep the defense on its heels. Now, Steelers Nation, this is where we turn it over to you. The Fields package is a polarizing topic. Some fans love the creativity it brings, while others worry it disrupts the offense's rhythm. What do you think? Should the Steelers expand the Fields package with more design plays, or should they stick to using it sparingly in short yardage and red zone situations? And do you think Fields could be the X factor that helps the Steelers navigate this brutal schedule and make a playoff push? Alright, Steelers Nation, we want to hear from you. Are you excited about Alex Highsmith's return? What are your thoughts on how the Steelers can handle the Bengals, and the challenges that come with Sean Hochley's officiating crew? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. As the Steelers prepare for another crucial divisional matchup, all eyes are on Alex Highsmith and his potential return. His impact on the field is undeniable, and his leadership off the field sets the tone for a defense that's built on grit and determination. Steelers Nation, buckle up. It's going to be a battle in Cincinnati. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going and show why Steelers fans are the best in the NFL. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, here we go, Steelers.